So let's look at some applications of this U substitution, or what they call the general power rule. It says the marginal cost. Remember, marginal means derivative, so the derivative of the cost is modeled by dc dx equals 4 over the square root of x plus 1, where x is the number of units. When x equals 15, c equals 5, so it seems to me like this, what they're given to us here, that x equals 5 and that c equals 15, that's saying the cost of producing 15 units is $50. This is our initial condition. So when we integrate to find the cost function, instead of having that plus c with that arbitrary constant, we're going to be able to use the initial condition like we did in the last section and determine the exact cost function. So it says find the cost function. Again, to find the cost function, what you do is you integrate the marginal cost function with respect to x. So in this case, we're going to be integrating 4 over the square root of x plus 1 with respect to x. Well, this isn't just x raised to some power, it's actually x plus 1 raised to some power. Anytime it's not just x, I'm going to have to use something different, like u substitution. So here I think let's try to make u equal to the inside. Well, the inside is x plus 1. I take the derivative of u with respect to x, and I'd end up, well, the derivative of x plus 1 is simply 1. So this gives me du equals dx. Multiply both sides by dx, divide both sides by 1, which is unnecessary, but whatever. So now I know what dx is, and I also know what u is. I rewrite my integral, so this is going to be the integral of 4 over the square root of u times du. I'm going to pull out that 4 as a constant multiple, so this is going to be 4 times the integral of, well, square root of u is u to the 1/2. But because u to the 1/2 is in the denominator, when I bring it to the numerator, I have to make that power negative. So that'd be u to the negative 1/2 du. Again, square root of u is u to the 1/2. Bring it to the top, makes the power negative. Now I'm going to use that power rule. That's going to be 4u to the, well, let's give this a thought real quick. Negative 1/2 plus 1. Negative 1/2 plus 1 is 1/2. So that'd be u to the positive 1/2. Okay, but then I also need to divide by 1/2. If I divide by 1/2, that's the same thing as multiplying by 2 over 1. So multiply by the reciprocal when the power is a fraction. 4 times 2 is 8. Oh, don't forget that plus c, sorry. 4 times 2 is 8, so this is going to be 8u to the 1/2 plus c. But we need to get it in terms of u. So this is going to be 8 times... Well, let's look. What was u? U was x plus 1. So this is going to be 8 times x plus 1 to the 1/2 plus c. So that's our original cost function, or more so I should say our general cost function. But we want the specific cost function, not the general one. So we need to use that given information of when I plug in x, I get 50. So let's give that a try. Let's try plugging in 15. So c of 15 would equal 8 times 15 plus 1 raised to the 1/2, and then we have plus c. So when I plug in 15, according to the given information, I need to get a total cost of $50. Well, let's do some math here in our calculator. 15 plus 1 is 16. 16 raised to the 1/2 is 4. 8 times 4 is 32. So really I have a 32 plus c equals 50. Subtract 32 from both sides, and I'm ending up with c equals 18. So that tells me that my actual cost function then, the real exact cost function, is 8 times x plus 1 raised to the 1/2 plus 18. That's my real cost function, the exact cost function with the given initial condition. So let's look at part B here. It says find the cost of producing 30 units. Well, that's easy. Now that we have the cost function, all we have to do is plug in the number 30. So that'd be 8 times 30 plus 1 raised to the 1/2 plus 18. Wonderful. That's a horrible number. 30 plus 1 is 31. Square root of that's not nice. So you're going to have to use a calculator on this one. If it's a cost, this is in terms of dollars. So I'd say we round to 2 decimal places to round it to the nearest cent. And if I plug that into my calculator, I'm getting a value of approximately $62.54. So we started with the marginal cost function. We integrated to find the cost function. We had to use substitution to integrate. We found the general cost function. We used the initial conditions to find the exact cost function. And then once we had the cost function, we could find the cost of producing 30 units.